Hey, now we're talking about the post spawn. You're still gonna have bass that are spawning. This is when water temperatures are 70, 72 degrees plus, but the bass are gonna be guarding fry. And probably the biggest thing to keep in mind during this time frame is fishing the shade. The bass are gonna be on one of two places. They're either gonna have that fry up against a target, like a laydown or a log, something of that nature, or they're gonna simply be in the shade along a bank. This is where you really want to target overhangs, laydowns, up and under boat docks, and take a lure like a floating worm and be able to skip those locations. If the water's clear, I like a floating worm. If it's really stained up, I like a spinnerbait or something of that nature. Let's go to Little Bear Lake and take a look at the perfect post-spawn situation fishing the Big Bear floating worm. Well, it doesn't take much to be a spawning pocket. Everybody thinks you got to run back to these major tributaries. But one thing I like to do, I like to stop on the places where the fish are coming out first, like what we've got right here. This is not a spawning bank, that back there is. But fishing your way in is going to tell you, are they starting to move out or are there more fish shallow? And a floating worm will allow you to fish both, you know, consistently in the same area. So pretty cool. Some of these steeper banks, some of these steeper rock banks, especially with these points, it's going to have some of the areas that, you know, they stage to come out just like they stage to come in. They'll sit on these closer points that are closer to the bank for a week or two before they get on out on their summertime structure. And transition fish can be some of the most difficult fish to catch because you still got some in the back of the pockets, you've got some that are working their way out, and you may have some that are already on the way out. You know, in about 2 or 3 weeks, all of these fish will be out on their summertime areas and they'll stay there for the rest of the summer. You know, one of the things, obviously we're going to fish back in these pockets and that's where a lot of these fish are going to be. But I like to cast up where it's shallow and then where I don't see the bottom no more. And that's going to vary with the watercolor on the lakes. But this lake, it's about 4 or 5. There's one. That's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. That is a big one. Oh, he's coming to the boat. Oh, it's a bigger one right here. Oh. It's a tub. You got to be careful on this light line. I still haven't seen him. He just came right to the boat. Oh, that's it's a big one, y'all. It's a big one. And that's one of the cool things about a floating worm. I still have not seen this fish. I hate when they go under the boat. Oh, man. He feels heavy. Ooh, goodness. This is a big one. This is a big one right here, guys. Come on, let me see. Oh, yes! Look at this fish, y'all. Look at this. Look at that one. Oh, this is a giant. Oh, this is a 7-pounder. Look at this one. On that light line. Don't you jump, don't you jump. Yes! Look at that one. Are you kidding me? That is an absolute stud. Man, everybody talks about, look at this. Look at this, big male, not a female. Look at that. People say that males don't get that big. Look coming out. Big male, 6 or 7 pounder. Oh, yeah. That's so